Hi Alok, thanks for another really interesting live video. I have enjoyed it so much. You have said so many interesting stuff. The main topic of your video was there to open your mouth when you are learning English, because you say very well that, for example, we can know lots of things, but speaking is the moment of truth, right? Um, for example, there are some rules that I know, but sometimes when I'm speaking, I make mistake, right? I make mistakes, so that's really important. Um, for example, well, in other videos, I have said that I know the difference between that and those, and this and these, right? But in my first videos, I always I was used to making those mistakes, right? And that change always I used this and that, even when I was talking about something plural, right? So we can know the rules, but the moment of truth is when we are speaking. So that's why speaking is so important. And even related to a question, that there was a student that made you a question related to fillers. Um, it's a question, as you have said, you have to work on it, right? He has to work on it. It's an issue of practice, right? Um, in fact, I'm working on that as well, but we have to be repetitive, right? Well, I like making videos a lot, right? But I guess that most people rather talk, right? The question is that you have to talk a lot, right? To talk a lot, to be able to see your mistakes, your own mistakes, and then you go correcting them. Um, I have seen, for example, I have seen my very first videos, and I used a lot of Spanish fillers, right? I'm my first language is Spanish, and I still, when I see my last videos, my very first videos, I remember that when I was thinking, I always said but nowadays I'm saying I'm trying to adopt that filler. Um, but there is something that I have figured out, is that when we really use a filler, it's a moment when we are thinking, right? And it doesn't totally depend on the language. So perhaps it's a good idea to adopt a filler when we speak, even in our own language, right? Try to that's it's a great I guess it's my piece of advice, right? Try to adopt, don't use two fillers, right? I know that then it'll be strange to be using that filler in your own language, right? But well, I guess that doesn't matter, right? Try to adopt a filler, right? It's a question of getting used to it, right? You have said very well, Alok, that we have to work on it. If we want to adopt something, we have to work on it. That's really that's really true. Okay, I have written. I look here down, because I'm used to writing down some key points. For example, I want to give another example of the difference between theory and practice. For example, these days, I have learned the difference between pay attention, call attention, and draw attention, right? And I'm conscious about it, but I always get confused about it. I'm going to try to make a phrase live with these two differences. For example, my cat. I was paying attention to my cat, and her mood drew my attention. So then my mom came and she talked at me. She called my attention for bothering my cat, or for bothering the cat, right? That's a kind of phrase, right? A kind of phrase that I have invented now, right? With it, so that's these are three subtle differences between pay attention, draw attention, and call attention. What else? What else have I written down here? Well, thank you very much, Rahamir. Well, I don't remember. I didn't write down your word really good. I really don't understand what I have written here. English, internet. Well, nowadays we have, thanks to internet, we have so many opportunities to practice English. And at the end of the video, you have conveyed towards us so many worthly pieces of advice, Alok. So I want to thank you again for that. Okay, thank you this video has lasted more than that I think to last. Okay, more than 8 minutes. Okay, it's too much. Okay, bye bye, Alok. Thank you very much for your really nice video. Okay, bye bye.